why I don't like UST LeapMed. If you haven't watched part one, click the I or click the link in the description. You can watch the whole playlist and you can watch part one to there. Just click it and you'll be able to catch up to speed. So where I stopped last time was UST LeapMed. You have to have 100%, 120% assurance that you want to get in. Because graduating from LeapMed only, you can't get a job besides going into med school. It's really just a fast track pre-med. It's like you have to be 100% committed. Another reason why I don't like LeapMed is that it's super compressed and there's a lot of things to cover, yet they still add in some unnecessary subjects. By unnecessary, I don't mean you don't need to learn that. It's just they don't help you to be a doctor. And you know how preparing to be a doctor takes a lot of time, energy. So everything is to be focused and worth it. But instead, they sprinkle in subjects required by Dep Ed, which is Life and Works of Rizal, art appreciation, understanding the self, and more others where they don't help you to be a doctor. And the thing is, they take up around like 3 hours, at least more than 3 hours a week. I think 3 hours per subject per week to take those subjects, where you could be focusing on other subjects where you already have a lot of resources and a lot of requirements. You suddenly have to attend a lecture on art appreciation when you could just do that on your own time. And in fact, you'd probably even learn more on your own time, but that's not what I'm talking about here. And to add, they added on summer break. So if you're into LeapMed, you're going to have to attend classes during summer. It's a requirement for all the years. So am I complaining about LeapMed and that it should change? I don't think it's a LeapMed problem. It's a DepEd problem. DepEd requires that all Philippine courses have these mandatory subjects because apparently it will help you to become a better Filipinos university student. But I can't control that, so I'm not complaining. Next is this. LeapMed is already great in itself, right? So why are they fining people for not wanting to continue LeapMed? Yes, you got that right. If you want to transfer out of LeapMed within the 2 years, like let's say, I don't want to date this anymore. This isn't for me. I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to go into UST LeapMed tomorrow. You're going to be fined. I don't know the exact number. I think it's in the 50,000 peso range. Someone tell me in the comments below. But if you don't fulfill the entire 2 years of LeapMed, you will get fined, which to me is weird. Because if LeapMed is a privilege, why are they trying so hard to keep people in it by putting a punishment of going out of it? Does that make a lot of sense? If it was a privilege, then you would be losing out already enough for not continuing. There's no need for a fine. And in fact, if you're in LeapMed, you're the top 90 out of the 1,000 pool of applicants. So why are you the one being punished for not wanting to pursue it? It just further, implies that it's not standard or it's not what other people think it is, or it doesn't deserve the praise that it gets. I'm most likely wrong, and I hope that UST doesn't get mad at me for saying this, but it just has to be viewed more as a privilege, as and a responsibility, more than something that you have to continue, you have to finish. Because I don't think that a fine for not continuing is there, should be there. And it's not just that. In LeapMed it's a pre-med, right? To get into med school in UST, which is guaranteed. If you don't get to med school, if you don't choose UST as your med school, you get fined as well. So I know it's a way to get students to go into UST, and why wouldn't you want to go to UST as a doctor? But let's say you want to be a doctor abroad or in another med school. It's just narrowing down. You can't go to UST. You can't go there because there's the rule that you have to go to UST. So just think about that again. Another one in the contract. So there's three. You have to take your internship/residency in the UST hospital, which is in the campus. Well, okay, that's okay. At least you're guaranteed to match with a hospital, right? It's not that easy. And I get that UST wants to keep its best students. It just feels like they're trying to force their ways into it, and it's not like they're giving it as a privilege. So my stance and my points might be, flawed and wrong, but that's just what got into my head when I realized about the contract, when I realized about the fine. So yes, you have to go to UST LeapMed if you are 120% committed and that you want to spend the rest, 2 decades of your life in UST, which is a privilege in itself already. But you're limited to the other options as well. So just a heads up, because we aren't explicitly told about that in the application. So that's pretty much it. It's a short summary. So why I didn't want to pursue leap med anyway, because I didn't want to be a doctor. I mean, I decided not to be a doctor recently, well, a few months ago. And two is leap med just isn't for me. It probably isn't for a lot of people, but it is perfect for people out there. So how do you know if you're suitable for leap med? One is you want to be a doctor and nothing else. If you are, then go ahead. I urge you to apply, and if you pass leap med, then sign. Go ahead and register. I don't think you'd regret it. Two is if you're very much a fan of UST and you wanna associate your life with it, then go ahead. It's like a dream for you. And three is, yeah, all of the above. You want to be a doctor, you want to be part of UST, and you think that it's a good path and it's good for you. But to me, I find it risky because I need to be able to try different passions and have control over my time, and be able to impact others on another way. So in my previous video, I said, if I'm not gonna help people as a doctor, how am I gonna help? Well, what I'm planning to do is to be an entrepreneur, because as an entrepreneur, you can help people other ways, right? You can scale a business and you can scale the amount of impact that you give to others by teaching, by giving a good product or service, or being able to be a mentor to create even more entrepreneurs who are serving their community. Now, that's a really big shift from being a doctor, you might think, but in essence, it's the same purpose. I'm still going to want to serve the community. I'm still going to solve problems, a bit not in the hospital, but problems that could help people solve, that could help people and relieve them of their issues. Well, to me, the difference is that the content of what's learning, I'm more excited, passionate about entrepreneurship than I am about medicine. And I really want to go into detail, but I want to save this for another video. And if you're watching this, also look out for another video of my new college entrance exam application in Enderun, a vlog coming out soon. And in short, if LeapMed is for you, I want you to reach out to me or comment down below and tell me your reasons. Maybe we could have a chat and we'll be able to exchange some valuable insights, because I really, really enjoy that. So more on that in another video. See you guys later.